Hi there, and welcome to Yoga and Wellness with Rachel. Today's practice is going to focus on hamstring strength and flexibility. I'll encourage you to have a couple of blocks nearby. If you don't have those, you could use a couple of thick books, totally optional. And you may want to have a folded up blanket as well. So with that, go ahead and get yourself settled, and when you're ready, go ahead and meet me on the mat. Hello and welcome to today's practice. I'll invite you to begin by finding a nice mountain pose. So you might settle the feet right under the hip points, or you might take the insides of the feet side by side, the outsides of the feet parallel to one another. We'll just take a couple breaths here to arrive. So really maybe rock a little side to side, front to back. Feel the earth beneath you. You want to spread and press through the four corners of the feet as you draw length all the way up through the legs, through the torso, through the spine, reaching all the way up to the crown of the head. Loop those shoulders forward and up, back and around as you allow those arms to hang heavy by your side. You might allow your eyes to close or just find a soft gaze down the line of the nose. Just take a few deep, steady breaths here to arrive. Perhaps setting an intention for our practice today. Maybe something specific will come up for you. And if not, perhaps just an invitation to be open to receiving whatever benefits the practice has to offer. A couple more deep breaths right here. And on your next breath in, begin to flutter those eyes open. You might loop the shoulders forward and up, back and around one more time. And if you're not there already, go ahead and find your way to the front of your mat. Again, finding that mountain pose, rooting down through those feet, collarbones wide, shoulders melt away from the ears. As we inhale, circle sweep those fingertips out to the side and overhead. Let the shoulders melt away from the ears. And then fold forward, hinging at the hips, leading with the heart. Doesn't matter how far you go. On the breath in, lengthen out through the crown, halfway lift. Then bend the knees, plant the hands, step that left foot way back as you soften the left knee down to the earth or down to a blanket. Circle sweep the fingertips up and around. Shoulders melt away from the ears. Drawing the inner thighs together as you soften down through those hips, shoulders right over those hips. Just a couple deep breaths right here. And then in your own time, as you're ready, go ahead and let the hands float down either to the earth or to your blocks. And I'll invite you to find a little bit of a cat-cow in your lunge here. So as you inhale, let the heart lift, let the collarbones widen. And as you exhale, gently round the spine. And two more just like that, inhaling and exhaling. And inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Inhale as you come forward, set those blocks off to the side, reach up to the sky, maybe a gentle back bend. Then float the hands down, tuck the back toes, spread and press through those fingertips, and shift back to downward facing dog. Spread and press through those fingers. You might walk out through the feet, pedaling out through the feet if you would like. Deep, steady breaths in, slow, steady breaths out. In your own time, soften through those knees, gaze between the thumbs, and step or hop the feet between the hands, forward fold. Inhale to a long, flat back. Exhale to fold forward. Spread and press through those feet as we rise, reaching to the sky. And exhale right back down into that forward fold. Inhale to lift and lengthen. And again, bend the knees, plant the hands, step that right foot back this time, knee to the earth or a blanket. And again, sweep the arms up to the sky, allow them to rest at the hips or the heart center. Shoulders release down away from the ears. Just breathing here. on your body's next exhale, guide the hands down to frame that front foot. And again, hands can come to the earth or blocks as we find that cat-cow. Inhale to lift the heart and the chest, maybe lift the gaze. And then exhale as you straighten through that front leg, belly button in, round. 2 more times, nice and slow and controlled. On the inhale, set those blocks off to the side. If you're using them, reach to the sky, perhaps a gentle back bend. And then float the hands down to frame that front foot, tuck the back toes, and step back to your plank. Knees can be lifted or grounded, it's your choice. And then as you're ready, gently shift the weight forward, lower to the belly. Press into the tops of the feet, loop those shoulders back, elbows in close, find cobra. Exhale to lower, tuck the toes, press up to plank. And exhale, shift those hips back, downward facing dog. A couple of deep, steady breaths right here. Let the shoulders release away from the ears, let the head hang heavy. And then as you're ready, float that right heel to the sky, 3-legged dog. Guide that right foot to the earth between the hands. And as you're ready, pivot on that back heel, cartwheel the arms around, warrior 2. Shoulders over hips. Right knee tracks in line with the toes. Reach back through the fingertips. You might even imagine drawing the pinky fingers back in space. Spread and press through the 4 corners of both feet. Deep, steady breaths in. Slow, steady breaths out. Shoulders release down the back. And as you're ready, flip that front palm. Find reverse warrior, reaching back. You can either look up or look back towards your back heel, your choice. And from here, we'll find our way into triangle, taking those arms out wide, straightening that front leg, reach forward. Release that right hand to the shin or the thigh, left hand to hip or sky. Gentle breaths here. And yogi's choice to stay right where you are. You might take that left hand past the left ear, and you might extend that right arm past the right ear, reaching long through the fingertips, feeling that length through both sides of the torso, reaching past the ears, feeling the back of that right leg open, releasing that right hand down, releasing back to our triangle. Deep breaths here. And when you're ready, find your way back into warrior 2. As we're ready, we'll find warrior 1, reaching to the sky. High lunge is what I meant to say here. Pardon me. And then from here, we'll find our way into standing splits, cartwheeling those hands down to frame that front foot. And then lifting that back leg, feeling that stretch in the back of that right thigh, perhaps. Keep a softness in that right knee. Deep, steady breaths here. In and out. Just a couple more breaths right here. On your next exhale, release that left foot down beside the right foot. And you might take the hands right underneath the feet, all the way up to the wrist crease. Let the head hang heavy. You might begin to straighten those legs as much or as little as feels good for you. Tapping into sensation, tapping into the breath. And just reconnecting to any intention you may have set for your practice today. As you're ready, release those hands. Inhale up to a long, flat back. Exhale to melt down towards the earth. Press the feet into the ground to rise, reaching to the sky. Deep breath in. And exhale, your forward fold. Inhale, lift to lengthen. Bend those knees, plant the hands, step or hop, find your plank. Knees lifted or knees grounded, yogi's choice. And shift the weight gently forward, hug the ribs with the elbows to lower. Root down through that pelvic triangle as you hug the elbows in and lift into your cobra. Exhale to release, tuck the toes. Inhale to your plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. You can pedal out through those feet, really find that length through the spine. Long, steady breaths, in and out. In your own body's time, spread and press through those fingertips. Lift that left heel to the sky, three-legged dog. Using the core for support, guide that left foot to the earth between the hands as you pivot in that back heel. Cartwheel the hands around, warrior two. Head over heart, over pelvis, arms extend wide. Shoulders melt away from the ears. Press through the outside edge of that back foot as you soften down through that front foot. Be mindful of the tendency here to lean forward. Stack the shoulders right over the hips. Deep, steady breaths here. Exhale, shoulders soften. Flip that front palm, right hand to right thigh. Reach up and back, warrior two. Nice steady breaths in and out. Find whatever gaze feels good in your body. And from here, making our way into triangle. Thumbs point to the sky. Straighten that front leg. Reach forward and then lengthen. Keep a softness in that left knee. Deep breaths here. And you're welcome to stay here. You could take that right arm past that right ear. Extend the left arm past the left ear. Feel that length as you stretch through the torso. Feel the strength, the stretch through the back of that left thigh. Keep the neck long and relaxed. Flowing back into warrior two. And coming onto the toes of that back foot as we drop that back arm down and forward and up, high lunge. Press back through that back heel, deep steady breaths in and out. Coming into our standing split now as we take the hands down to frame that front foot, maybe a little ahead of the foot as you lift that back leg as much or as little as you would like. Head hangs heavy, jaw stays relaxed, just breathing here. As you're ready, set the right foot down beside the left, forward fold. Heel toe those feet a little wider, the hips width distance apart. Take hold of wrists or elbows and gently sway side to side. You might even choose to shake or nod your head here if that feels good. Deep breath in through the nose and release it out through your mouth with a sigh. Lower those fingertips to the ground or your blocks. Heel toe the feet back in under those hip points. Inhale to reach out through the crown, long flat back. Exhale, your forward fold. Spread and press through those feet as we rise, reaching to the sky. And exhale, lead with the heart, forward fold. Inhaling to a long flat back. Then bend the knees, plant the hands, step or hop, find your plank. Perfect, beautiful, knees lifted or knees grounded. And as you're ready, we're going to shift our weight gently forward, hug the ribs with the elbows to lower. Tops of the feet are grounded, shoulders release away from the ears, cobra. Exhale to lower, and then shift back into child's pose. Just a few deep breaths right here. Beautiful. Just a couple more deep breaths right here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. One more breath together, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And deep breath in now. Exhale. And as we breathe in, begin to walk those hands all the way in towards the legs. We'll come through kneeling as we make our way onto one side of the hips or the other. Extend those legs out nice and long, or keep a gentle bend in the knees. You might even shake out through those legs if you would like to. And feel free here to pat underneath the hips with a blanket if that feels good for your body. You could also choose to sit up on a block. Sit up nice and tall. And I'll invite you to draw the left foot to the inside of that right leg. As we sit up nice and tall, allow that left knee to fall out to the side. And draw the fingertips up towards the sky, lengthen through the torso. We want to lift up and over as we come into a nice forward fold. Now, it doesn't matter how far you go. The hands might come to the earth, they might come to the leg, they might even come to the foot. Each breath in is this invitation to lengthen through the spine. And each breath out offers this opportunity to fold, to soften, to settle, to release tension. Tapping into sensation in the body here, to stay present, to stay grounded. reconnecting to any intention we may have set for ourselves for today's practice. One more long deep breath in right here. Exhale to let that go. And then draw the belly button in and up as you roll all the way back up, reaching to the sky. And we'll come into a twist here, turning to the left. That left hand comes behind you, right hand across that left knee. Inhale to breathe length into your spine. Exhale as the shoulders soften and you turn to look over that left shoulder. Just a couple deep, steady breaths right here. Wonderful. Belly button in and up. Reach to the sky as we turn that torso forward. And let the hands release back down to the earth at our sides. We'll extend that left leg out long now. Shake it out if you need to. Draw the right foot in. Let the right knee fall open to the side. Again, situate under the hips as needed. And then draw length up through the spine as we reach to the sky. Lift up and over as you fold forward, allowing that right knee to continue to melt towards the earth, inviting length into the spine. And depending on your body, you may want to stay with a long, flat back, or you may wish to round and fold forward. Inhaling length, exhaling softening. One more deep breath in. As you release, draw the belly button in and up. Roll all the way up to rise, reaching back up to the sky. And twist open to the right this time. Right hand behind us, left hand across that right knee. Inhale to find that length in the spine. Shoulders soften away from the ears and just explore the edge of your twist. Perhaps turning to gaze over that right shoulder. As we're ready, belly button in and up, reaching to the sky, turning forward. Lower those hands back down. And extend both legs out nice and long. Again, you can shake it out if you want to. Lengthen out through the legs or put a gentle bend in the knees. Reach to the sky and gently fold forward, this time over both legs. Just be mindful of the spine. Again, some of us will feel better to keep the spine straight, which means we won't go as far. And some of us will feel fine to round and fold. Deep breaths in here, draw the belly button in, continue to breathe length into the spine. And exhale to soften. One more deep breath in. Out through the mouth. Belly button in as we roll all the way back up. Shoulders loop up and back and around. Draw the hands to the inner thighs as we guide the feet together. Extend the feet a little further away from you as we settle into our star pose. So the knees drop away from one another. Lengthen through the spine and melt forward over the legs. Just a few deep breaths right here. Remembering that each exhale offers us this opportunity to release, to let go, to soften. And inhale all the way back up. We use the hands to draw the soles of the feet together. Set your blanket off to the side if you're using one, and we'll find our way all the way down to the earth. Using the hands for support, hug those knees into the chest, maybe rock a little side to side. If there are any final poses your body is craving, feel free to move in any way that you would like. And in your own body's time, go ahead and find your way into your Shavasana or whatever you're choosing for your rest pose today. The legs might extend out nice and long, about mat's width distance apart. Shoulder blades broad behind us as we allow the arms to release up by the sides, palms facing up. Just invite your eyes to soften here or to close. Take a deep, deep breath in. Exhale with a sigh. The eyes are soft or closed as we feel the space around the forehead and the temples soften and release. Feel the jaw release and let go as the neck feels long, shoulder blades broad, heavy on the earth. Feel the entire length of the torso, grounded, rooted, supported. Feel the arms resting on the earth, those hip points grounded. The legs long and heavy, completely supported in this space. One more deep breath in together. Exhale to release. And you are welcome to stay here for as long as you would like to. Giving yourself this time to absorb the benefits of today's practice, to receive whatever intention you may have set for your practice today. And as always, I thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. The light that is within me honors and recognizes the light in each of you. Namaste.